America will never be a socialist country. The Democrat Party is not the party they used to be. I look out at this audience and I know, just like across the country, some of you were probably Democrats not too long ago. Their platform lays out a plan to transform America into a socialist country.
That they have these emails, that they have the wire transfers, that they know it's real, and they have corroborating evidence, and the media is now trying to cancel other media outlets for reporting on the corruption. It's disgusting. Joe Biden, as a presidential contender, is likely the most corrupted and potentially corrupted person to ever run for office of the presidency. And the Democrats and the media seem fine with it. Who cares if the Ukraine has something on them? The Iranians are peddling disinformation to hurt Trump to help Joe Biden because they'll know he'll be soft on him. The Chinese, they've been bought, they bought the Bidens a long time ago. Let's just go. You think Joe's going to be tough on China? You think he's capable of it?
If the United States military is going to be engaged by a commander-in-chief, it should only be engaged in an endeavor to win. And we're not going to authorize use of force if you're not putting men and women in a position where they can win. America doesn't have one immigration problem, it has three. First, despite the fact that we are the most generous country in the history of the world on allowing people to come here legally, we have people still coming illegally. Second, we have a legal immigration system that no longer works. It primarily is built on the basis of whether or not you have a relative living here instead of merit. And third, we have 11 or 12 million people, many of whom have been here for longer than a decade, who are already here illegally. And we must deal with all three of these problems. We cannot deal with all three of these problems in one massive piece of legislation. I learned that. We tried it that way. Here's the way forward. First, we must secure our border, the physical border with a wall, absolutely, but we also need to have an entry-exit tracking system. 40% of the people who come here illegally come illegally, and then they overstay the visa. We also need a mandatory E-Verify system. After we've done that, step two would be to modernize our legal immigration system. So you come to America on the basis of what you can contribute economically, not whether or not simply you have a relative living here. And after we've done those two things, I believe the American people will be very reasonable and responsible about what you do with someone who's been here and isn't a criminal. If you're a criminal, obviously you will not be able to stay.
Thank you, Senator.
I believe America is an exceptional nation, founded on three principles: equality, freedom, and opportunity. This year, the choice for Americans is between a man who values these ideals and all that can be built because of them, and a man who isn't guided by these ideals and coincidentally has built nothing.
Now, you've refused to answer the question. Joe Biden has refused to answer the question. So I think the American people would really like to know, if Judge Amy Coney Barrett is confirmed to the Supreme Court of the United States, are you and Joe Biden, if somehow you win this election, going to pack the Supreme Court to get your way? Let me just say,